Welcome to After Dark at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, featuring Katrina Ness, Vanessa Collins, and Ted Ings. This episode is brought to you by BG Products, partners beyond products. And now for your hosts, Ted Ings, Vanessa Collins, and Katrina Ness.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable's After Dark show. Tonight, we are joined by Kate Beirowski from Repair OnDemand, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back.
Kate, it is great to see you. Congratulations on the big news with Repair OnDemand. And you've been such a big part of fixed operations now for quite a long time, and very grateful to you. Up in Wisconsin, and right on cue, here he comes.
There's Sean, my neighbor.
Vanessa and Katrina, good evening. So I guess we're live, right? So with Sean coming in, Tony coming in.
We are. I can see the comments rolling in.
All right. We got a lot going on, everybody. Welcome. And we are just under 4 weeks away from the Summer Palooza event. And you saw a little bit of that. We're going to learn a little bit more about Kate tonight and what she's doing and what's new. And we'll also get a chance to meet the folks in her family. Sarah Van Tyne, welcome as well. And, since Sarah is here, I thought I would point out that did you all get the latest issue of Fixed Ops magazine in the mail? Katrina, I know you got some right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ron Overs, as you know, Kate, right? Great friend of the Fixed Ops community in publishing this. And we did a video a little bit earlier today, and I've got it here, and I want to show you what Sarah did for the magazine and a special article that's inside.
Hey, Sarah Van Tyne here. Do you want to get articles from some of the best thought leaders in automotive right to your mailbox? Then be sure to check out Fixed Ops Magazine. I just got my issue in the mail today, and I'm so excited to be able to share this valuable resource with you. This publication can come right to your mailbox, or you can sign up to have a digital copy as well. To get yours, go to fixedopsmag.com, and you'll start receiving this incredible magazine. Be sure to check out the latest issue to see an article from Northwood University student and After Dark at the Fixed Ops Roundtable co-host, Katrina Ness. If you'd like to get a copy or contribute an article of your own to the magazine, visit fixedopsmag.com for more information.
Katrina, congratulations on the article. I saw Vanessa's picture there. What was that all about?
Congrats.
It was a really cool article that I had the opportunity to work on. And it was kind of about fixed operations, as well as my internship and our full tank auto camp that we held at Northwood University, and really engaging the younger generation and pushing them into the auto industry and how to do so.
That's so cool, Katrina. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
So, Kate, our industry, we always talk about, we can't get technicians, people are retiring or moving on. We need a young, passionate pipeline of people getting into the industry, like Alexander Maison just a few moments ago in the chat, Tim Wilson, good afternoon, and these ladies. And that Northwood University is just an amazing resource for so many years in bringing the best. And, you can tell they're serious about automotive, and this is what they're going to do.
Absolutely. I think it's awesome. And I mean, look at the screen, Ted. When is the last time you've been outnumbered by females in automotive? Rare moment.
I'm surprised they even let me on the show.
No, I think that's amazing to see that there are students interested. I mean, when I was in college, which was not that long ago, might I add, there wasn't, I didn't have an automotive. I didn't know there was a career in automotive. I didn't go to school for automotive. And I didn't know there was this much to it. And I'm here forever now.
Yeah. So it's an exciting time in our industry, right? We got so many things happening right now. It seems, Kate, that like every few months, this things change in the industry that were, what happened a year ago or 6 months ago is not that relevant anymore compared to what's coming down the line.
It is interesting because we always say that the automotive industry is so behind the times, but I feel like it has changed drastically in just the last couple years. That even when I started, and Ted will laugh of my little videos posting on LinkedIn just to learn the industry and the fixed ops side, but it has changed drastically from even when I was learning that. I thought I understood the industry, and then I learned more about tires and now reconditioning software, and it is drastically changing. And you have to constantly learn.
You've got some great stuff going on the new company, Repair OnDemand. We want to hear about that. We have a panel coming up at the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Randy Cabat is going to be here with some retailers. We talked about Roger Gutierrez from Bigger Chevrolet, Mazda, Mitsubishi in the Illinois market. Tully Williams is there. But reconditioning, Kate, is now a big part of fixed operations.
It is. And I'll be very honest, I had no idea. I didn't understand the depth of it. Roger, I actually took my team. Hi, Eric. I love Eric. He'll always have a special place in my heart. But Roger actually took us through his entire reconditioning process. And it's not just buy a car from auction and sell it. It is, I mean, Roger is best in class when it comes to running the operation, the process, holding his team accountable to every single step. And I mean, time is money. I mean, we all know that. And we all know we need to fix cars and turn wrenches as fast as possible. But reconditioning is expensive. So having a good process for that. So that roundtable will be phenomenal. So I'm excited to see it.
Ladies, you can read the passion into Kate Beirowski, right? This is what she does, and she has been bringing fixed ops out, before we even were talking about stuff, and she was getting people's attention. So, Kate, congratulations to you. Great job.
Thank you. I love it.
That's awesome.
Ladies, you might have a couple questions tonight, and we're going to show off her family as well.
Yeah. So my first question for you, and I'm curious, as a fellow woman in automotive, how did you get your start in the automotive industry?
So it wasn't on purpose. I started actually in the diesel selling logistics and freight. It was very different. It was still a very male dominated industry. But I had a mutual friend, and I started working for a company at the time was called Find a Wrench, and it was all about technicians. And I didn't know anything about automotive. I'll be very honest. And I know sales, and I love to sell. I can sell ice to an igloo or to an Eskimo. I love sales, and I've always had a passion for the trades. My dad was an electrician. My mom was stay-at-home mom. Very, very traditional upbringing from that, and I've always had that piece of it to be part of the trades. So being able to help that, and I love the mission, and really thinking of. I was told I had to go to a 4-year school. I had no choice. That was just the way I was told. You needed to go to a 4-year school, and then joining a company that was, well, everyone's going to a 4-year school. We have such a problem, and this is really intricate, and I can't fix my own car. We need people to do it. So I kind of stumbled into the industry, but I love it. I love working with service managers. I think that their job is one of the hardest jobs in the dealership. It is insane the amount of tracking the managerial experience they need to just running the operations. It is much more intense than anyone else probably realizes that is not an automotive. So I fell in love, and I love it.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that story. I definitely relate when you say stumbling into the automotive industry. That's totally me. I'm not studying automotive at Northwood. I just kind of stumbled into it with our auto show that we told you about in the green room and stuff. So yeah, that's awesome.
There's so much opportunity. I don't think a lot of students realize it. I mean, I didn't. No one's told me. It was more of, like it's a dirty shop. No one wants to work there. No one tells you about the business aspect of it.
For sure.
So,
I see the king of the North, Jim Sabino, and Joe Chambers in there. Sorry, and Linda. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just wondering, Kate, how do you stay updated and, evolve your knowledge in this industry that is so rapidly evolving and constantly changing?
So I think anyone and everyone should be a little vulnerable when it comes to you don't know everything. I think it's extremely important to be able to just say you don't know it all, but being open-minded to learning. So Joe Chambers commenting on there is perfect because I started posting on LinkedIn I remember my first post, and it was about understanding a service advisor and how they're paid and why their role is so intricate. And it's not just sales and going in and joining and understanding, or going in and just selling service. Like, I just assumed as a consumer, you go in and they tell you what you need done with your car and you buy it. I didn't know the aspects of it. So that was my first post, and I wanted to learn. And I think having that open-mindedness, but I have personally invested a lot of Sunday mornings to joining the Service Drive Live crew, to watching Ted's show. Jake and was always on Ted's show, and learning and just seeing the different posts and reading the automotive news and the Fixed Ops magazine, and just reading what's going on in the industry. I was never asked to learn that. I was never asked to do any of that, but it was part of, if I'm going to sell to a dealership and trust my own sales skills, that I needed to learn it. And I needed to understand that the ins and outs of the fixed ops department. So I really took it upon myself to learn the ins and outs of it, because then I felt confident in the products I was selling.
I love that. And I think I love what you said about being vulnerable and kind of like admitting to not knowing everything and asking questions when you can, because I think that really shows your true excitement to learn, and it really shows a lot of power from, a standpoint of yourself.
I mean, in my day-to-day life, like, according to my husband, I know it all, but at work, I'm still learning. So
yeah, no, I love it.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I love him. You'll see pictures of him.
Okay, let's show a couple of those, because you have a beautiful family. I follow you on Facebook, and you've constantly got some stuff going on there. And
yes, we're very busy. It does not stop. They're literally coming home from football right now. So
all right. Well, tell us a little about who we have here.
So my husband, Justin, we've been married 11 years. We met in college. So girls, you might meet your husband. I married my RA, and I got away with murder in the dorms. It was great. And then my daughter is 9, Malin, and Parker is 6. And this was at Disney World this summer.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful family. And, these two are something. I see a lot of posts that you have with them. I love this photo here in the red Bronco.
So I picked out a different photo for Ted to show. And then I'm like, oh my God, no, this is automotive. We got to show the Bronco off. So my husband has wanted this Bronco forever, since they did the redesign, and we waited and waited, and he got the Heritage one. And I actually flew home from a work trip to Indianapolis. One of my friends, again, networking is key, was able to find us allocation for the Bronco. And I drove it home from Indianapolis for my husband. So this was the first time taking the top off. The kids love it. We love it. My husband I got wife of the year last year bringing it home. So I will say that.
That is beautiful. And the kids love it too. I would imagine they do.
Oh my gosh. They're like, they think my Buick Mommobile is junk now. They're like, oh, let's take Dad's car everywhere. So I'm not cool.
That is great. And where's this?
And this was in Mexico this summer. The kids got spoiled this summer with Disney World in Mexico. So we spent a week in Mexico. And that's the nice thing working remote is I worked from there, and the kids swam. And my husband also married a teacher. It's great. They're off all summer. They get to play with the kids and go on vacations. So my husband's a teacher. So he got to hang out by the pool and drinking tequila while Mom was working.
Beautiful family. I love it. Wow. Good for you. Great stuff. I like that a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
So how do you balance the demands of this challenging and very busy industry while being a wife and mother? I know you mentioned, working remote while the kids swam. That might be one way, but what are some other ways that you kind of balance that?
With the camera off, it is a juggling act with like flames and knives all in the air at once, and you're juggling the whole time. It's crazy busy. It really is. I mean, that I say that jokingly, but I took a different role this year, and that is it is different because I'm on the road. I mean, I think I've been on over 20 work trips already this year, 20 different flights, and I'm on the road a lot. And that is a balance, and it is hard. And it was a hard decision. But also the kids know that I talk very real with my kids of, okay, mom has to work. We need to pay for our house. We need to pay for these things. Or we could be at home and I could be a teacher and things would be really different. And understanding what does that really mean? I think it is also you pick your partner. I think that's really important of like my husband is my number one supporter and I'm his number one supporter. And it's funny because we think that we've evolved so much as a industry culture, and it's like, oh well, your husband's watching the kids. I'm like, he's a parent too, and you would be shocked the stigmas that are still out there, and it's something you have to overcome. I've heard it so many times, like, what do you mean your husband's taking your kids to the doctor? That's the mom's job. I'm like, no, it's not. We're very 50-50 in our household. Our mom is working, and that's okay. So I think it is a balancing act, and it is challenging, but what my kids see is a strong mom that is providing for her family, but also that dad is 100% the partner, that it is not all on mom. It is not all of that. So I think it's an important lesson for people to learn, and it's not selfish. At first I thought it was really selfish for me to take a job I really wanted, but it's not. I am furthering my career. I'm bettering myself. I'm a better mom because I do go to work and I'm able to take when I am home. I am such a better mom because I've taken that time and now it's like, okay, they're watching Sandlot and I'm on the couch watching the movie with them. I'm taking a break or I'll take a half day off work and I volunteer at school all day. That it really is, you have to pick it, but there's a place for females in this industry and I am helping pave the way. And I want my daughter to know that. I really that's important. And I want my son to know, guess what? You're going to be a dad someday and it's your job too.
Wow.
Vanessa, she has to come to the women's roundtable.
You have to. That was so inspirational too. I love your story. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
And you definitely should come to a pop-up event.
So what ways do you see us getting more women into the industry and younger girls coming into this automotive industry that we love and call home?
They need exposure. Like I think I just think about even my friends' kids. They have no exposure that there is opportunities in automotive. Or my neighbor, literally right there, they were asking, they're like, oh, I didn't know that trades is a good thing. I mean, it is still being taught in our educational system that you should go to a 4-year school, and that is not factual. I have a master's degree. It's great. It's backwards up here. It's up there. But there are opportunities without that. And it is so important to be able to speak that story. And it's networking, talking to others, and just getting the information out there, because both of you who may not have known automotive had such a big career and an impact. And for getting more females in the industry, it's not being complacent. It's not being quiet or meek and sitting back. I literally just had a conversation with one of my coworkers and we were discussing it. And she's like, oh, I feel a little frustrated by this, but I don't want to say anything. I don't want to cause ruffles. And I'm like, but if you don't stop the behavior now, they're going to think it's okay. And being willing to kind of put your guard up of, hey, this isn't okay with me. And I think that is one of the females' faults, is we're thinking of all of our feelings sometimes, where it's, men can't read our minds. And my husband can't read my mind. Trust me, he's tried. But we need to be in the professional way of, hey, actually, no, this bothers me, and being able to stand up for that. And I think that's something I'm still learning. I mean, that's something that even I'm a completely different person, I feel like, than I was 4 years ago, sitting on one of Ted's roundtables, that the confidence comes with it, and being confident in yourself and who you are.
I see it. I see it all the way. Joe, you're right. Okay. She is a pillar. Okay. There's no question about it. And that is real. Okay. And so is she. So, Kate, great job. Okay. I want to ask a question if I can. How about now as a time for women to enter the retail or the automotive industry? Is this a good time to get in?
Absolutely. I think of just even like the entry level opportunities, and I'm not thinking accounting. I'm not thinking bookkeeping. I'm not thinking of the female HR type of roles in the dealership. I think of just think of you ladies going into the service drive. Are you comfortable going up and talking to a man and thinking they might try to oversell me on something? Maybe I should call my dad. That was me. that was 100% me. I still sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to bring my car in, even though this is the industry I work in. And just think of getting approached by a female saying, hey, thanks so much for stopping in. Here, let's do a walk around your car and let's look at this. And having that female to female interaction is just more comforting, to also being able to escalate that to a service manager that's female or having a technician that's female. You see those different aspects. There are so much opportunity. And as a female consumer, which again, they're 50% of the population, they're female consumers. You want to be able to bring in your car and be comfortable with someone. So there's so much opportunity, from service advisor to technicians to all of the managerial roles. And then there's the other roles of HR, marketing, everything.
Have you seen the industry over the last, let's say, 5 years grow in terms of, more females, more women getting in, and more acceptable, more women leaders, more women dealers? Okay. What do you say?
I'm going to say yes, it's grown, but I've also put myself in more positions to meet them. So I think I'm seeing more of them. I don't know if statistically, I don't know how much it's grown. I went to Women in Automotive conference, and that was fun. It was in Colorado. It was absolutely beautiful this year. But just seeing that even in the room, there was a lot of vendors, a lot of female vendors, but there was only a few service managers and few owners of dealerships and general managers. It was very few in the grand scheme of it. There is so much more opportunity. And if you look at, did you say you were at Pohanka this summer?
Yes, that's where I
Well,
was
look
working.
at their leadership team, though. Is it what if you look at who's running their sales and their service and everything? Look at how many of them are women. Is it 2 out of 10? That's only 20%. And it should be towards that 50% mark, that I think there's still, unfortunately, a long way to go, but there's so many strong women that are out trying to kind of break down those barriers, but also we need to attract more females to this industry. Otherwise, it will never be that 50-50 split.
Wow. So you said you went to Women in Automotive conference.
Yes.
That's exciting. I went not this past year, but the previous year. And I was just wondering, what is your biggest takeaway from that conference?
I wasn't prepped for this question, Ted. No, I love it. I think that there was a couple of things that really kind of struck with me, is that everybody's at a different point in their career. That, like, in my mind, I'm still running. I'm still sprinting through I want to grow. I want to I want to achieve a lot more. But there are women that are towards the end of their career, and they want to just help pave the way for females and help attract more females in there. And we need to use everyone's strengths and where they're at in their career to help with that. I think that was because in my mind, everyone's like me. And let's be honest, the world does not need a million Kates. That would be a crazy world. But being able to see and use them to help just bring more awareness to the industry, I thought was really huge. But also, everyone has a background. Everyone has a history that we don't talk about. No one, and it makes everyone really an individual, but those we can play off of a lot more people's strengths, but we got to be outgoing. We need to share what those strengths are so we can play off of them. I've met so many amazing women, and I want more people to know them, because they have amazing stories to share.
Amazing.
It's a big industry, but it's a small industry.
Oh, it is.
Tim Wilson has a question in the chat tonight. He says, this is another one we didn't prep before. Kate, what's your ultimate goal in this industry?
Tim, I only take questions I'm prepared for. I honestly, I don't know what my overall ultimate goal is. I mean, I love leading teams, and I like growing, and I want to be an inspiration for not just females, for everyone. I want to help them achieve their goals, and really being in those upper leadership roles has been one of my biggest things. But I also want to sit on the board of Women in Automotive. I want to go to those conferences and speak, and ultimate domination. Yes, absolutely. But I want to help help people hit their goals. Like if it's running a company, if it's sitting on the boards and helping share and invest my time. And I want to help the automotive industry. I really am passionate about it. I really do deeply care about it. So whatever I can do to assist with that.
Katrina and Vanessa, does that inspire you when you meet a Kate Beirowski, okay, and hear her story and where she's been and where she's headed in the industry?
Yes, it is so inspiring. And back to one of my questions, like how to get more women in this industry, I think people speaking about it just like you, Kate, is how we do it, like bringing the inspiration forward and sharing that. So yes, I was truly inspired, and you seem like a very powerful and motivated woman.
Absolutely, I agree. You are definitely inspirational. You mentioned, wanting to inspire others, and you have just inspired both of us just on this After Dark show. I think that sitting on the board of Women in Automotive and going to those conferences and even, speaking more, whether it's at our events or, even the Women in Automotive roundtable we have at the auto show, something like that. You are definitely a very inspirational person, and you carry a lot of weight with your words, and you seem like a powerhouse in this industry.
So, Kate, I know you will recognize Kathy Gilbert in this photo at
Yes.
the front table. Katrina, give us some backstory. Where is this taken, and who is in this room?
Yeah, so this is on our Northwood University campus during our auto show weekend. This is the Women's Roundtable event where students and other industry professionals and anyone from the community and just women in general come together, and we get to hear from these inspiring, powerful women who've paved their own path in the auto industry. I'm in the photo. I'm all the way in the back by that blue Northwood banner with my hair up, and my mom is across from me. So I was at that event too. And it was truly amazing. And a lot of CDK women here, and just, again, very powerful and inspiring women to learn from.
And inspiring to hear everybody's stories and what you got going. We went up there, Kate, and the stars of the show were really, I've shown this picture before, but it was the students, okay? And there's Katrina next to Sarah. And, Katrina was on a panel with other students, and we heard her story and how she got into the industry and what she was expecting and what's ahead for her. So
You
what a
are
great
already
group
light
of
years
talent.
ahead of where I was when I was your age. Like Katrina, Vanessa, you guys have a huge runway. There's so much opportunity, and getting out and exposing yourself to this. I mean, you're already doing so much, and being where I am was never intentional. It was very, I want to do a good job. I'm a people pleaser, and I really want to achieve. But you guys really do have a huge career ahead of you if you guys stay in automotive, and I hope you do. Just their opportunities are endless.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate.
I agree with that. It's very inspiring for me to listen to you, okay? And Kate, I remember early on the roundtable, you were on many
I
panels,
was a baby.
okay? You were a baby, yeah, and now you have spoken up. Now you're the one, right? Now it's you.
It takes some time, but there's a lot to learn, and confidence to gain, and understand that we can all make a difference. So you guys are inspiring me, like to see the just young girls in the industry joining, and there's just so much more opportunity out there. So,
well, congratulations to you, Kate. Great job. Repair OnDemand. I know we're going to hear a whole lot more about them. And
yes.
I know they've got the Recon product, which is so applicable now to fixed ops, but you've got other products in there as well.
We do. So, yes, reconditioning is a huge focus for Repair OnDemand, a reconditioning software that is fixed ops focused, mind you. It is not for the used car manager. It is for fixed ops managers, which has never been done before. It's beautiful. But the dealers are loving our Blue Driver device, a 16-pin OBD scan tool. So that has been a big hit with the dealers. A cost-effective tool that runs an awesome diagnostic scan. So yeah, we have a couple different products. So I'm really loving where I've landed. I think I found home. So I'm really happy.
Well, I hope we get to see more of you. And, as we go around the country doing some of these events, these pop-ups, we'd love to have you, okay, to come.
You kind of came to Madison and you didn't tell me.
Oh, we'll have to come back. We'll have to come back.
Calling you out live.
I like it. So
I'm
that's good. And,
spicy.
yeah. Oh, very much. Yes. And that, in fact, Jay showed up. Okay. Remember Jay?
Yes, I do. And that's how I found out you were in Madison. Jay told me.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, ladies, what do we have ahead? Big event in a couple weeks, and then up to Northwood.
Yeah, we have our next event, Summer Palooza, happening September 16th through the 19th. You can get your complimentary tickets right now at fixedopsroundtable.com. And as Ted said, October is going to be a very busy month, including our pop-up event at Northwood University for our auto show that's happening October 4th through the 6th. So make sure to come on over to Midland, Michigan to not only see our pop-up event live, but also to see a bunch of cool cars.
Yep, and that's coming up October, what is it, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think, something like that. First weekend in October.
Yes,
so
4th through the 6th.
And I'm supposed to tell Brandy I'm free that week.
Yes. And Randy, no stranger to the Ness family, okay, and with a rich history in automotive there. So he's done a great job with this new product. So congratulations. Everybody, we'll be back on Monday. We have another great After Dark show ahead, and look forward to seeing more. And thank you all for being here. Kate, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Great.
Nice to see you
Fantastic.
guys.
Wow. Hit it out of the park.